Hello and thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited to share with you the first ever Heffy Doodle card kit. I recently got to spend some time with the Heffy Doodle crew at a trade show in Birmingham here in the UK, and while I was there I got to play with this kit, so I'm really excited to share it with you here on YouTube. So before we dig right into the kit, I wanted to talk to you about these three pieces, and I think this really helps to frame the value of this kit. So we have here the full Heffy Doodle Wingman stamp set. It's a very sweet stamp set with all these little birds and the stand and kind of the swing, a couple of extra little feathers and these little speech bubbles that you have in each direction, which have a little heart in them. And then the sentiments are so sweet. We have birds of a feather, shake your tail feathers, I miss our chats, happy bird day, thank you for always, and you can team this with standing by me or sticking or stick together, so birds of a feather stick together, swing by any time, you and I are like, and then birds of a feather, and being my wingman, which works well with thanks for always. So you can kind of build up the sentiment to be exactly what you need. So we have this full-sized stamp set, and then I'll try and pop it in a spot where there isn't too much glare. And then we have the full die set. So there is a die here for every single one of the images. And you'll notice here with the swing that not only does it cut around the swing, but it actually cuts that line inside as well. So you can easily pop one of your parrots on there. So you get the full die set. And then you get this unbelievable stencil. So this is I believe it's 6 by 6 inches. Yep, so 6 by 6 stencil with these beautiful kind of leaf patterns, and this is a really nice thick stencil. As I mentioned, I was at the show, so I have already used these products and I know that this is a really nice thick, good quality stencil. So these three items alone usually retail for £35 if you were to buy these three together. This card kit is £40, so everything that you see outside of these three items is kind of that extra £5 spend, and you'll see that it's really good value to spend that extra £5 and have everything together. Okay, so next we have the cardstock. There are 6 sheets of cardstock. This is 8.5 by 11 inches, which is standard US letter size. A lot of the products that we buy in our card making are formatted for this size. If you cut it in half and fold it in half, it makes a standard A2 size note card. So I think it's really nice to have that included. It can be tricky to find that sometimes in the UK, but it's nice to be able to find it in your card kits. So we have a really bright, lovely, kind of striking turquoise kind of a colour. Then we have the yellow and the black, and then we have 3 pieces of white. And I think it's nice to have that white to be able to make some clean and simple cards. You could use this for your card bases or for some panels on your card. And I think it's nice to have that included, so we have the option to make a clean and simple card. You also have 2 A5 sheets, so these are ever so slightly wider than, ever so slightly narrower than US letter size, but you'll see that when I put the 2 of them next to each other, it actually hangs over the edge by about maybe almost half an inch, I would say, just eyeballing that. And this is Copic friendly cardstock, so this is a coated cardstock, so your alcohol markers will blend really nicely on here, whether they be Copics or Spectrum Noirs or Altenew or whichever alcohol markers you have will work really well on this cardstock, and so will any of your other colouring mediums. You can also use pencils and things on this as well. Next we have the 6 by 6 pattern papers, and we have this beautiful kind of swirly piece that works really well with this piece here. I think I called it turquoise a minute ago. It's more of kind of an aqua colour, and this works really well. So we have that piece, and these are all double-sided, so you'll see here that this is the reverse side, and this is the kind of orange stripes. I think it's really nice to have both versions included, so you have the options to use either side of that paper without worrying about kind of cutting away your favourite piece. Then we have these beautiful yellow stars, almost like a tone-on-tone with some stitching detail inside of those stars. And then the reverse of that piece is the Happy Birthday print, and this works really well as a thin sentiment strip across your card. So now I'll bring back in the 3 items I showed you earlier. So we have the stamp set. Again, just trying to avoid that glare. I don't know what's going on with my lighting at the moment, do forgive me. Then we have the full die set, and of course the stencil. So now we have our little embellishment pieces. We have the enamel accents in Lemon Twist. This is the Ranger enamel accents, and it just works beautifully. It's on some of the sample cards that I will have shown you, or I'll show you at the end of the video, I'm not too sure yet. And then we have a Shabby Shutters Distress Ink Cube. This is one of the mini Distress Ink Cubes, and it works really well with the stencil when you combine it with the finger dauber that is also included. I love these. I use them a lot in my card making. They're really nice and easy to use. You can clean off the ends and use them again, or you can just keep them for colours. On my desk right now, I have a whole bunch of these that I've been using on different products, so I think they're really great to have on hand. You then have 2 of these little action wobbles. These are very sweet. These are mini ones, so they fit quite nicely behind your stamped and die cut images. And you peel off the backing piece, they're self-adhesive, and then you stick it to your card and then stick your topper, your coloured and die cut piece on the top, and then it has this wobble, so you can make it kind of jiggle around, and this kind of squeeze down really well so you can still send your card through the post. It doesn't add a whole bunch of bulk. So you get 2 of those to use. You also get some embroidery twine or embroidery floss to use if you want to create kind of a hanging interactive piece, or just as a pretty decorative element wrapped around your card, maybe tie a bow, but you get some of that included as well in white. And then last but not least, we have a sample a mini sequin mix. So there are some really beautiful sequins in here. The colours coordinate really well. There are some kind of sparkly iridescent pieces, and there are different sizes of the sequins as well. So that is it. This is the full unboxing of the Heffy Doodle Wingman card kit. There are limited quantities available. I'm not sure if these card kits are going to be an ongoing feature over at Heffy Doodle. Hopefully, each time they have a release, they'll pick a stamp and die set and build a kit around it. Let's see. Just to let you know that if you have purchased this kit, or if you're going to purchase it, that Lesley and I'll have a link to the Heffy Doodle channel. Or I'll have a link to her channel. She does a live video every Friday night, and if you're not available at the time, you can watch it back on replay, but she will be using this kit this coming Friday, I believe. So if you do purchase it and the shipping is quick enough, hopefully you'll have it in time to be able to craft along with her. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to have a 10 cards 1 kit video featuring this kit coming to you soon. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you back here again soon. That's all from me. Bye for now.